Hi everyone, happy full moon in Gemini. I hope you're doing well and handling all of these energies with grace. They're not the easiest energies, but they're here to teach us something, that's for sure. So my moon is in Gemini, and so is Pixel's. Her moon's in Gemini too, which is why we are soul sisters. So I've been feeling it quite a bit. But I'm inspired to do this reading because something's happening at this full moon, and that's the moon is occulting or eclipsing, but it's actually called occultation. So occulting Mars. So it's passing in front of Mars. It's blocking the energy of Mars at this time. So I feel like that's pretty significant given that Mars has been in retrograde, creating all sorts of difficult, frustrating, slowing down type of energies. So I'm interested to know what's going to happen when the moon blocks that energy, since the moon represents our intuitions and our emotions. Now, this full moon in Gemini is called the cold moon, and that's because it's happening now in December, where it's really cold in the northern hemisphere. But there's something cold and sobering about a realization that we're going to have in relationship to those Mars energies we've been kind of battling with or struggling against. So Mars represents passion. It could also be war, anger, intentionality, adventure. And in retrograde, that's all kind of slowed down or come to a point in which we feel prohibited, like we can't take action. We want to, but we can't. Or something that was moving very quickly is now suddenly just coming to a halt. Or our passions are getting riled up and stirred up from the past, since it is a retrograde transit. So a lot has been going on, and now here comes the Gemini moon. And of course, Gemini is the twin energy, so it's about duality, polarities, and also variety. So there could be a lot of different emotions coming up, maybe opposing emotions. You feel two different ways about the same thing and you're struggling to reconcile those emotions. Whatever's happening, it's a lot. And we're going to find out what it all means for us here. Is there anything else I wanted to say about this? Yeah, there's something sobering that I feel is going to happen. Okay, a sobering awareness, a cold understanding about something. And this is for a good reason. Okay, something you haven't been seeing clearly is now really going to be made obvious based on the way something makes you feel. So I created a spread for this. I wrote it out here. And we're going to look at what energies has Mars retrograde slowed down for you? What is the cosmic purpose of that? How have you been perceiving that energy? And then what emotions is the full moon in Gemini bringing in to the mix? What will be revealed when the moon occults Mars, so when it blocks the Mars energy? And how will this revelation that you have transmute the energy that you've been working with? Hopefully all of that made sense. We're going to get into it and see what unfolds. I'm just going to do one reading and see what comes out. So this could be for the collective energies, or this could be for you personally, or both. So take it however it resonates for you. Let's get into it. So it's also important to consider where this full moon is taking place in your birth chart. That will tell you a lot about how this reading and how the energies will be playing out for you personally. So if the full moon and Mars are right now in your 10th house, that could have to do with career for you or your public image. If it's in your 3rd house, this could be about communication, how things are going to transform in that area of your life. For me personally, it's happening in my 8th house, and that's already the house of transformation and rebirth. So I feel like for me personally, it's probably going to have some big ramifications, this energy that we're working with. I'm excited to see what will happen, how things will transmute and unfold. But regardless of where it is in your birth chart, there is going to be something that you will notice. I keep feeling this like sobering emotion. It's like suddenly you just feel something and know something, understand something in a different way, and it shifts everything. Okay, dramatic. Let's see. I also want to pull out some cards to locate the energy as it sits right now before the full moon. Right now I'm filming this, it's 5:56, so almost 6 o'clock, and I believe the full moon, Eastern Standard Time, I believe the full moon is happening at 11 p.m. This reading should be up before then, but if you happen to watch it after the full moon, after Mars has been occulted, then you can think about this as a reflection point, or maybe it's going to happen at another point for you, the transition. You know, take it however, whenever, whatever you want to do. So let's see here. Let's get a card out for what the energies are like right now, Spirit. What are the energies like right now? What are the energies like? We just need one. What are the energies like right now? Minor adjustments. Yes, minor adjustments. I feel like there's something that you've been adjusting in a very small way. Maybe you've been very methodical with something, shifting it, changing it, your perspective, your energy, a project you've been working on, something in a relationship dynamic. It's like been going slowly. There's little things you've been tweaking here and there. Now there's going to be some major adjustments. Okay. You can't hide from something anymore, I'm feeling. Whether that's your own feelings, a truth, a responsibility. Okay, Spirit. I know Gemini's chatty as all hell. But let's get the cards out. Thank you. We got 2 cards. Oh, no, one's over here. Thank you. And we'll get one in here. The energies as they are. The energies as they will be. That kind of just fell out nicely. It's like calm. There's a calmness here. If you've been feeling alone, I feel like that's going to change. I feel like for some of you, I'm hearing contact. I feel like you're going to receive contact from a spirit guide or the other side. Or maybe it's someone I'm hearing in this lifetime, perhaps, which could still be somebody who passed, maybe. I don't know, but it's like you're going to feel something, maybe like a brush on your skin or something like this. I'm feeling something on my arm here. Okay. Spirit, let's get it. Let's get this energy read going. I'm going to put them face down. Okay, so let's see where the energy is right now before this whole thing goes down with the moon in Gemini and Mars retrograde. Let's see. The storm. I just caught sight of this little face in here. I don't know if you can see it. It's right here. It's kind of freaky. I just noticed that I just did that. I did like, it kind of looks like, have you seen the movie Insidious? It's kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of a wimp with that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's like that Insidious face. Freaky. Which could be your shadow, right? So maybe your shadow's been the devil on your shoulder has been really playing a role in something, where your shadow self has really been coming out a lot lately. And that could be happening, like, you know, feeling sad could even be a shadow aspect. It depends on how it's all working for you and in what context. But regardless of what's going on for you, we're in a storm here. Some kind of chaos, breaking point. But there's something beautiful about this chaos. All the energies are getting mixed up together. Cold air, hot air, passion and analytic mind, enlightenment, seeking shelter. Like, there's a lot going on here, both collectively for sure. We already know that. But I think for you personally as well, it's like, maybe one day you feel this way and another day you feel that way, or there's a little bit of a roller coaster of emotions where things just seem like kind of all over the place in some way here. Let's see. Strength. Dystopia. Yeah, that reminds me of a song, You Can't Escape Dystopia. It talks about that song by Caliban, the band, Caliban. It talks about, you know, how we're all kind of living as cogs at a wheel, how social media is fake, you know, and all the personas people put on social media, there's really nothing there. How we're all just binary code. There's a line in it that says, ones and zeros, who the fuck are you? There's been some kind of depersonalization here in a situation, okay? I feel like there's a distance between you and someone else, or you and the truth, or people and reality. There's been some separation, and in between, it's like I'm seeing like a motherboard from a computer, right? It's like all this stuff, technology, maybe literally, or maybe it's a metaphor, in between humanity and reality, or you and someone else. There's no intimacy, there's no closeness, there's no face-to-face, there's no heart-to-heart. Everything's mediated. And this motherboard is, guys, here we go. This motherboard has acted like a sieve or a mesh of some sort, in which certain information could be filtered through from side to side. But what was important got stuck, got trapped in the motherboard. Was, oh boy. Okay, so it's like you want to communicate something to someone or a group of people. You put the message out there. It hits this wall here. Maybe it is social media. Maybe it is technology. Whatever it is, or maybe it's just an energetic wall. It hits the wall. Some of what you wanted to say gets through to the other side, but most of the important stuff doesn't. It gets stuck in this kind of barrier, this wall here. See? You can even see it here, this wall between, see all the little bits of information? This is cool. The message gets lost. There's a motherboard right there, kind of what I'm seeing. Yeah, it looks like a computer tower a little bit. Computer tower, interesting. Okay, so there's something about technology here that's significant. In a connection that you're in your workplace, in society at large, but it's creating a dystopic vibe about the transference of energy or the communication between two people. It's like something's not getting through because of the medium or because of the avenue in which these energies are trying to relate to one another. Whoa. Okay, so that's where we're at. That's where we're at. And this is like a strong barrier. Dystopia. Ones and zeros. Binary. Things are kind of black and white, either or. I feel like you've only been receiving bits of information or bites of information. This has a very cyborgian matrix kind of vibe to it. Okay. You might also want to check where Uranus is hanging out for you, since I am getting such technological vibes. Where is Uranus in your chart? Maybe some of you, this full moon is transiting your Uranus or making some kind of aspect to it. I'm hearing that's going to blow up someone's spot. I don't know, something maybe is going to be leaked or revealed. But I don't know how that's happening. Let's find out what the energy is going to be like. I just saw 12/12 after the full moon. The prayer. Ooh. With the reflection, protection, I'm seeing, as soon as I flipped over prayer, I was seeing like something hit that motherboard, hit that barrier, hit that wall, and bounce back to you. And then I turned over reflection. It's like whatever you're trying to send out, whatever information you're trying to convey to someone or a group of people or whatever's happening here, it's like, yeah, some of it's getting through, but most of it is actually being rebounded back onto you. But this is good because it's for your protection. Maybe you're giving away too much. You're revealing too many secrets, or you're being too open when you don't need to be. I also feel like you're going to realize that somebody, and this isn't going to be for everyone, but somebody's been mirroring you, reflecting your energy back to you. Let me just ask why before we move on from that. Why? 4 of Wands. Well, I'm hearing because they are you. Queen of Wands. Maybe you felt like somebody was mirroring your energy to kind of, I don't know, upset you or copy you. I'm hearing copyright infringement. Okay, maybe, I don't know. But now you're realizing that you're cut from the same cloth, you're from the same ilk, I'm hearing, same tribe. You share something in the soul space together. You're acting the same because you are the same, because you're, because you're one, something like that. This is really trippy. I need to know more about this prayer. I want to take a peek in the book, I know, but we need some more here. Weird, I'm having a hard time finding this. Okay, the worship, the reverence, the homage. What is prayer when we are in a state of prayer? And when we are not? To whom or what do we pray? Archetypally, the practice of prayer has been with us since the dawn of time as a remedy for the omnipresent self-centered thinking that spins us toward illusion. Prayer leads us beyond our ego as we move from our little story to the big one. Some say we are in a state of prayer anytime we are not the center of our own thoughts. Others say prayer is a natural result of gratitude. Perhaps it is simply surrender or service. Whatever prayer is for you, this card reminds us of its importance. Get quiet, low, humble, and soft. Bow and touch the ground as your heart lifts to the sky. Though it may be uncomfortable, it is time. Nothing else will do. So this is about asking for guidance. So after this full moon, it's like you're going to realize that maybe the storm is larger than you. Maybe the veil is going to be pulled back and you're going to see how dystopic things really are here in this situation. That there is a motherboard in the way. I find that so interesting, that terminology, because it's reminding me of the idea of a mothership as well. And the moon is mother. But there is, maybe it's a negative mother versus a positive mother kind of vibe. Okay. Like a negative feminine energy that we've been working with, and we're about to move into a positive feminine energy. One in which there's gratitude, acceptance, reverence, reflection, protection. If you don't feel safe for whatever reason, there's a clear message here that prayer will help protect you and give you that inner reflection about what it is that you're scared of, why, and how you can overcome that fear or address that fear. I also feel like for some of you, this division here or this block, this mesh between you and another, you and them, or maybe just you, created it as a form of protection. And maybe you've been wondering why something hasn't been able to take off or get through or move forward or be successful or whatever. An offer hasn't come in. And it's because you constructed that protection, that motherboard, that barrier yourself. And this full moon energy is going to give you that sobering realization that the block is one of your own creation, which is good news because then you know how to take it down. There's a lot of different possibilities in this reading, so you're going to really have to take what works for you. Okay, let's see. And again, this could be about the collective. Let's get into the tarot. What has been slowing down from Mars retrograde? The moon. The moon. Intuition. Your intuition into a situation. Your trust in exploring the unknown, of facing your fears. Maybe before you were on a roll, you were facing this fear and facing that fear. I got that, all that stuff. It's like you were handling things. And now Mars retrograde energy is like, I don't know. Should I do this thing? Is it perfect? Am I ready? Can I talk to them? What do I say? Am I right? Am I wrong? All that kind of stuff. It's like you're not as confident here as you used to be for some. For others of you, you're feeling like you're out of touch with your emotions. Or maybe the collective is not intuitively tapped in as they used to be, which makes sense because there's a energetic storm happening. It's a lot difficult, more difficult to get that clear channel when there's all this chaos around that channel, right? It's like I'm seeing something like staticky here, which is why prayer would be here. The way to directly channel your intuition and your connection to source is to pray. That's what creates that opening, that space in the storm for you to go through. Okay. What is the cosmic purpose of the moon being slowed down? 5 of Pentacles. I'm hearing something like, I heard watch out or don't make a mistake. There's like a voice just suddenly came in like, don't do it. You know, it's like, watch out, wait a second. Okay. So there's something here that maybe you were going forward with that needs a bit more refinement or reflection. You need to evaluate your resources here. Evaluate how you come to know what you know about a situation. Motherboard again. Something about media, social media, something's mediated. You're not seeing everything clearly. Whatever you're seeing, the information that's been being given to you is being filtered through a lack mentality, a lack matrix, something to make you feel out of place, like you don't belong. I don't know what we're talking about here. I'm hearing algorithm. Maybe you're in an information bubble online. You're only seeing one side of a story here. This could all be a giant metaphor as well. But the moon, your intuition, your connection to your emotions, or maybe even feeling raw emotion, or facing your fears, all of that has been slowed down for you to reassess how it is. How do you know what you know? How did that even come about? For some of you, this is related to a connection. I just saw 2244. There's something about a mirroring here with someone else. How do you know what you know about the situation with the other person? What's informing that knowledge? Your perspective of someone else or a situation. Where did you even get that from? That's a question. Okay, so far it looks like Mars retrograde has slowed down here. The energy of intuition or emotion to protect you from going forward without the full picture or all the information that's required. How have you been perceiving this energy? 6 of Swords. That something's moving away from you. Let's get a little bit more. How has the collective been perceiving this energy? Queen of Pentacles. So when we disconnect here from intuition and emotion, just go with me on this for a second, even if you disagree. Okay, we'll see where we go. But it's like sometimes that could make us feel more grounded because we're not having to kind of, go on a fishing expedition with our intuition to find out what's real and what's not real. We come to this conclusion, we say, okay, well, I can't tap into my intuition, or my intuition's confusing the hell out of me. There's a storm here. I'm just going to go with some reality here that makes sense to me, or that's being fed to me that I can grab onto here in order to ground myself and do the things I need to get done in my life. So it feels like the intuition has been slowed down, or your emotional connection to something, so that you could feel like you could ground yourself. I don't know. I feel like there's something missing from this message, though. Let's find out a little bit more about the moon. Tell me a little bit more about the moon for what Mars retrograde has slowed down for the collective. What's going on? I'm hearing doubt right there. Ace of Cups and the Star. Okay. For some of you, someone misses you, okay? But what I was going to say is, for some of you, maybe you've been hopeful that someone misses you, or you've been trying to communicate to somebody else that you miss them. There's been some hope here with love that you've had, and it's kind of unfounded. I don't know why I'm hoping for this connection to reconcile, or I don't know why I'm so hopeful that new love will happen in my life, or I'll get some new creative genius idea about whatever it is I'm doing. I don't know why I feel this way, but I feel it, I trust it, and I believe it. So there was a trust in divine love, trust in maybe the concept of soulmates or whatever it is. Trust here in the unknown, following your heart, your intuition, and your emotions. And then Mars retrograde comes and just slows that all down for you and gets you to question, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've been fooling myself here. And that gives you some, that idea that maybe I've been fooling myself gets you to feel more grounded in reality because you're not off in unknown land, right? That's for some of you. Definitely. And maybe it's not about romantic love for you. It could be about something else. But there's been a slowing down of hope in something that's unknown and healing something. Your healing progress have potentially been slowed down as well. Maybe even physically healing something. But the cosmic purpose is to get you to get you to Ten of Swords. I'm hearing, well, death at the bottom. Get you to reevaluate something. See that you're missing some information here. Okay, let's keep going. I feel like I'm on a water slide here. Like, I don't know. I can't control it where I'm going here. Ooh. I'm getting that trolley dilemma coming to mind here. You know that trolley dilemma? That moral question? Like there's 5 people on a train track, the trolley's coming down, you're standing by a lever, and you could pull that lever and the tracks would switch and go to the side track where there's only one person standing. What's the best thing to do? What's the right thing to do? What would you do? Would you kill the 5 people or the one person? Now, most people say that they would save the 5 people and let the one person die in the idea that we want to save humanity, right, over the individual. But as soon as you switch you add some more information into the dilemma, and you say that one person is actually someone you love, they are you. It's making sense to you? It's making sense to me. Okay. So it's like suddenly you realize that one person that you were about to sacrifice is actually someone you love and or someone who is you or represents a part of you. And now the dilemma is much larger, right? Because you're not going to let a part of yourself go. You're not going to kill someone you love. Metaphors, right? Metaphors. Right. So now you're standing there with the lever, like, what am I supposed to do? Maybe for some of you it's an easy choice. Maybe for some of you it's not such an easy choice. Holy. Okay, let's see. What emotions is the full moon in Gemini bringing up? Page of Cups. That picture. One second. Now this is supposed to be the sobering emotion here. I'm hearing that something lives within you. maybe actually could be a good or a bad thing, depending on what you're thinking's living in you. Okay, maybe that's a side message for someone. You need to cleanse, I don't know, or you need to celebrate, depending on what it is. Something lives within you. But this is an emotion, right? This is the emotions that the full moon is bringing in. So what's living within? Hanged man. A hanged man lives within you. Which is knowledge that comes from sacrifice. Knowledge that comes from surrendering. The ability to take a new perspective or have a new perspective, take a new position on something. That's within you. You're able to do that. Maybe you're able to get that information that's been stuck in the motherboard out of it. Purpose. I'm hearing purpose. You feel like there's been a purpose here. Okay, I'm gonna get some of these cards. I wasn't expecting such an abstract reading. I don't know why I don't expect this at this point, but turmoil. The full moon is going to bring in the emotion of turmoil. So perhaps you've been looking at this storm and feeling like it's outside of yourself, or not really connected to it, to what it's creating. And now with this full moon in Gemini, you're feeling the turmoil. You're feeling the effects of what's going on around you or what's going on in a certain situation. You're feeling the dilemma that you have. What are you going to do here? There's an innocent energy within you that is scared, I feel. I'm seeing vulnerability at the bottom. Yeah, that feels vulnerable, that is scared, that wants to express something. But you're holding it back because maybe you're trying to protect it here. Tell me more about what emotions the full moon is bringing in. Conscious. Unknown. The unknown is becoming conscious to you. So before you were kind of hoping, thinking about love or life or whatever, going forward just with faith maybe, or trusting in the unknown. And now the unknown is becoming conscious to you. You're seeing that there's a block, a barrier, that something's been mediated. Things aren't really being communicated directly. Something's not right here. There's been too much energy, outside energy involved here in a situation. Whoa, this reading is something. Okay, let's keep going. What will be revealed when the moon occults Mars? This is the big revelation, 3444. Four of Pentacles. Something about letting go. I'm hearing a song here, Let Go, Let Go. It's a Tool song, where he screams, let go, let go. What song is that from? I can only hear that part of it. Let me try to remember it first. I think this song has come up before on the channel. One sec, guys. The Grudge. No, it's not The Grudge. Yeah, it is. No, it isn't. Sorry, guys. This is like that Gemini energy. Is it collecting information too? But see, it's mediated again. Here's the technology coming into the reading. Maybe you have a grudge with someone that you need to let go. I'm reading defining, confining, and sinking deeper. Da-na-na-na. Yeah, controlling. And we're sinking deep. And then next line is Saturn comes back around to show you everything, lets you choose what you will and will not see, and then drags you down like a stone, or lifts you up again, spits you out like a child, light and innocent. Saturn comes back around, lifts you up like a child, or drags you down like a stone to consume you till you choose to let this go. Choose to let this go. You got to choose to let something go. All of this reading has been leading up to this very simple message. Let something go. You're going to have a revelation here that now this could be a person you need to let go. This could be a way in which you're accessing information. This could be a particular thought you have about a person. Well, let's stop speculating and find out what needs to be let go of, Spirit. Seven of Cups, confusion, illusion, speculation. Trying to find the answer in the storm. You have to find the answer through prayer, through a direct channel to source, to your higher self, to your consciousness. You can't go through the storm of mediated information and dystopic realities to find what you're looking for. Let go of that. See, this full moon is encouraging you to reflect on the way that you need to ground yourself. It's interesting. And it's grounding yourself through prayer and self-reflection as well. How self-reflective are you? Are you able to forgive someone? I just saw I'm looking at the lyrics here. Unable to forgive and sinking deeper. You know, we have different ideas about forgiveness here on this channel, I know, because when I talk about it, people say different things. So what are your ideas of forgiveness? Are you able to forgive yourself? Not just another person, but, you know, it's kind of easier almost to forgive someone else than it is yourself at times. Do you forgive yourself? You know, that's a question that's going to come up here. Okay, so let's see. What will this revelation of that you need to let go of confusion, illusion, deception, trying to find meaning in something that is just mediated, chaotic? There needs to be a face-to-face conversation. I'm seeing someone hug, and I'm hearing hug to hug. Someone feels invisible. Maybe you. People need to gather together if we're talking collectively. Like, we can't be doing this internet communication all the time. There needs to be resonance in the 3D, energetic exchange happening on the 3D level. Okay, so what is this going to, how is this going to transmute the energy? I'm done. We have 10 of Cups and Justice. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Bringing things into balance. A happy place, a happy balance. We just had the Lovers. For some of you, this is about a love connection, but it's also this reflection here. What makes you happy? How can you gain happiness? And if you've been feeling like you're just not happy, what's been mediating your happiness? Okay, justice, justice. I love it. Can I get one of these cards for justice here? What's justice about here? Consciousness again. Yeah, you're coming into consciousness. Two people, a group of people, you individually, consciousness is happening out of the storm. Feeling like we're in this dystopic world, which we are in a lot of ways. We're finding our way out of it, or we're finding our way out of a dystopic situation, reclaiming our happiness, you know, saying we deserve to be happy together, or we deserve to be happy as a collective. That we are protected, that our divine purpose or our divine union is protected. I'm hearing for God's sakes. Okay, let's get one more word out here. Left. Left. Embodied. Oh, there's too many here. There's like a lot. Well, I see rebirth. Let's get it out of here. Pleasure. Left embodied pleasure. Yeah, it's like when you come face to face with someone or a group of people come together, the embodied feeling you have with that person or these people gives you all the information you need. My right ear is ringing, and it's interesting how it says left here. All that's left here is to be in the presence of what it is that, or the people you need to, be in the presence of what? Be in the presence of what? Yeah, the people that you're trying to communicate with, or the person you're trying to communicate with. Be in their presence. Feel their presence. That's how it kind of started, right? Like you're going to feel a presence. Pleasure. To feel happiness again. 10 of Cups. It's like I don't even want to end this reading. I feel like there's so much more that's going to happen. But I guess that's it. Well, it's pretty damn long anyways. All right, guys. I love you guys so much. Happy full moon in Gemini. I hope this plays out for you in the beautiful way that I'm feeling it will. And I hope you got some message in there somewhere for you. I'll see you next time.